Welcome. r/malicious compliance. Don't do extra. Okay. Stop working here. Sounds good. Hey all. Sorry but this is a long one. Allow me to start by painting a picture. This was about 3 years ago. I was working in the bakery of a local high-end grocer, think gourmet Whole Foods, and had been there 3 years. What started as a college job for a semester turned out to be a longer term thing. I loved the work, the customers, and my coworkers. That is until the final month there. I was online for a promotion to assistant manager. In my time there I had been passed over for different promotions for people that were more favorable for the company image. When the position came up, I was the only person across the company that applied. I thought I was a shoo-in and had been led to believe that it was as good as mine. The old assistant manager was transferring to a higher position and took extra time to train me before leaving. Weeks passed and I heard no news. No one in my department was getting an answer for when I'd be given the step up. That was until someone elsewhere asked us when the new assistant manager was transferring him from another store. Turned out that my boss's boss, we'll call him Greg, decided that I was a terrible fit and went above her to push someone into the role, someone that didn't want it and hadn't been trained for it. I complained to someone higher up, saying I should have at least been told that the decision was reversed. No word came, and the new assistant manager started. It only took a couple days to realize that she had barely worked in the bakery and had not been trained for her position. She also seemed to target me, assuming that I didn't know how to do the most basic things we did. I later found out that Greg told her I was a problem employee and needed to be watched closely and given guidance. Out of the blue, our manager was given the boot and replaced. She had no warning, we had no warning, and suddenly someone from a completely different store and department was in her position. This person had no clue how to do the job, and with the training that the old assistant manager gave me, I took over most of the day-to-day tasks. Greg came in one day and threw a fit that I was doing inventory. He said that I had no place acting like I was in charge and doing jobs that weren't meant for people like me. Fine. Inventory, not getting done. Dating and tossing old product, not my problem now. Helping customers with issues and complaints? Let me grab the manager instead. Making sure things are filed and ordered when needed? No thanks. I started doing the bare minimum, took all of my breaks, clocked in exactly when my shift was scheduled, and left exactly when it ended, no matter what I was doing. They didn't want me to go outside my station, then I wouldn't. Easy days for me. Suddenly issues popped up left and right and our new management was scrambling to figure things out. I told them nothing, since it wasn't my place to teach them how to do their jobs. This all came to an end when I was called into a meeting with the store manager. We'll call him Rob. Rob, Greg has told me that you've had a lot of issues lately. Me, I bet he has. I'm just doing my job now. He told me to. Rob, well, he told your manager to stop scheduling you after today. He wanted me to tell you. Me, are you firing me? Rob, no. Greg said that you won't be scheduled, but you may be used as an emergency call-in during the holidays. Me, I'm not working, but I'm not fired. This is bullshit. Rob, I agree, but he's above me when it comes to what happens in your department. Me, alright. I'll finish today but after that I'm done. This is some stupid work politics, and I'm not playing this game with him. I kept my word and finished my shift without complaint. As soon as the end hit, I walked away and clocked out. That's when I told my coworkers what had happened during that meeting. I bid them farewell and walked out. The next morning I was woken up before sunrise by a call from Greg. He said that almost everyone in our department had quit overnight, and he needed me in to open. I reminded him that he didn't want me there, so I quit. He demanded I return and help train a new team, so I did what anyone would do. I told him to do it himself, go fuck himself, and hung up. Last I heard from a few friends that are still with the company, our department didn't really recover all the way and people still talk about how we all left together one day. If you see this and recognize the story, fuck you, Greg. Next time you're in a position like this, offer yourself as a consultant for $150 an hour with no requirements to actually do the jobs you were doing before. Just point out how you think it should be done and why, and overall what the problem is. Get the deal on paper, do a thorough and professional job that no one could fault you for, and document everything. If they say no, they don't call you again. If they say yes and everything goes as planned, you get a week or two of exceptionally high paid work and huge advantages on your resume. If they say yes and try to screw you afterwards, you get to take them to court for reneging on a contract, a hostile work environment. Ours is usually terrified of these for good reason, plus court fees and costs, and still get the resumes. When I worked at a Domino's franchise back in the day, I had moved up from driver to cook to day manager. Then I took a vacation to help my mom drive cross country to start law school. When I got back, I started getting scheduled less and less. Then one week I went in, and my name was no longer on the whiteboard. I was kinda done with the job by then, so I was like, whatever. A few weeks later we went in to get a pizza and I said, hey, since I was technically never fired and I never quit, do I still qualify for the employee discount? They gave me the discount, but the guy that took our order left to deliver a pizza, and then the assistant manager pulled it out of the oven and brought it to us, and we just left. I was halfway to the car, and I was like, did we pay for that? My friend said, shut up and get in the car. Fast forward a couple more weeks, and one of my other friends had ordered a pizza and they messed up, so we called and got a credit for a free one. When we tried to redeem it, the delivery guy showed up and said he couldn't give us the pizza until we paid for the one earlier. So we had to scrounge up the $6 between everyone. Still not a bad deal for what we got. Well, he told your manager to stop scheduling you after today. We call that being zeroed out. Very common practice in retail. Firing people means they can file for unemployment coverage. Zeroing someone out doesn't technically fire them, so they are still technically employed. Usually in January, after the holiday rush, retailers will zero out all but 1 to 2 people per department. They go back to lean operating mode until the summer rush picks up. I'm very surprised Greg, of all people, called you to beg you to return Opus. Sucks that you got woken up early on your first day off, but I'm sure it was worth it to remind him that this situation was the product of his actions. It is an indication of how flawed companies have become in their operational efficiency. Corporations are so big that the manager of everything, CEO, for a company has no idea what is happening on the production/retail floor, has no idea as to the politics in each small department. With the decline of mom and pop endeavors comes the decline of capitalism. I agree with you. The owner retired a year before this all happened. He was great, but the new owner changed so many things without any idea how it affected the day-to-day operations. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you would like to see more, feel free to subscribe.